Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Wendy here with Real Talk Tea with three news updates for you. The first one, we will cover the United Healthcare slaying of Brian Thompson, who's the 50-year-old CEO of United Healthcare. He was gunned down on Wednesday in Midtown Manhattan before entering the building to attend an investors meeting. The, excuse me, the suspect is still at large, although there are clear videotapes of his face, so they know who he is. He rented a city bike that has a GPS on it, so that's being tracked as well. And the question everybody wants to know is why. Sometimes those why questions never gets an answer, but why? And there's several speculations or rumors as to why this could have happened. But prior to this happening, it is known that both he and his estranged wife were getting text message threats and things of that nature. So that should be a lead right there within itself. But again, there are pictures circulating all over the internet, all over the news, clear as day photos of this individual. So it shouldn't be much longer before they find out who he is and why and the reason behind it. Some people speculate that there was some inside trading going on. The Department of Justice, or DOJ, was also probing him for inside trading. But what the mainstream news or the legacy news is pointing out or trying to put out there, that this could have been just somebody angry on a personal level, regarding the coverage or cancellation or some type of vendetta, personal vendetta, so to speak, against United Healthcare. But it can't be. I mean, because a layperson like myself or you, we don't know who the CEOs of these companies are. We don't know where their whereabouts and their meetings are going to be held. And this person went right up to him, knew the time of this event, knew the place of this event, knew when he came out of his own hotel to go into this one to hold the event. So this seems to me like an inside job, because this person knew the whereabouts of Mr. Thompson. They knew exactly when he came out of the building, exactly when he was going into the building, knew exactly the time of the meeting, knew that he went to the meeting early to prepare. So who would be privy to this information? Who would know this other than a person that should have been at the meeting or was supposed to attend the meeting or had information on the meeting or what was going to be discussed at this meeting, and they didn't want whatever Brian was going to discuss and reveal to come out, therefore he was unalived. And it is said that the bullets, some of the bullet fragments, had scribble or had words scribed on it. And the words that were found on some of these shell casings were depose, deny, and defend. Now, there's a person by the name of J.A.Y.M. Feynman, who wrote a book in 2010 entitled Delay, Deny, and Defend. And this book explains why insurance companies don't pay claims and what you can do about it. So I don't have the book. I just found out about this book on yesterday. So maybe there is a secret within this book that lead us down the direction as to why this slaying happened, and the way it did. This person that did it was not shy, appeared to be a professional. He rode a bicycle down to the crime. He had a silencer on his gun, and he did it out in the open with people surrounding him. So he wasn't an amateur. He knew exactly what he was destined to do. He understood the assignment. He carried it out and went on about his business. Now, there seems to be a cell phone that was found in the alley between these buildings. I'm not sure if it was Mr. Thompson's or if it was the suspect's phone. To me, it would seem like it would be more so of the suspect's phone. And if so, probably not much information will be on it. It's most likely a burner phone in which he had contact with his person of interest who gave him the assignment to take Mr. Thompson out. But they are looking into the cell phone. They are looking into the rental of this city electric bike and the whereabouts of this person. So with all of the technology being out the way it is with facial identity and recognition and things of that nature, right now, there is no privacy for us. There's no privacy anywhere. And for us to not be able to find someone in a public place like this with people surrounding with, there were witnesses. Unfortunately, I mean, they didn't hear the gunshot, so they didn't know what they were being a witness to until the Mr. Thompson hit the ground. But still, it should not take that much time to find this person. Again, his pictures and video are circulating. The actual videotape of the shooting is being circulated all around. So you can find it anywhere. You can find it on the shorts. You can find it on X. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on any news outlet. But this is what's going on now. But it does appear to be an inside job because, again, who would be privy to this man's calendar and timeline of his whereabouts? So, and again, the DOJ was investigating him now for insider trading. Apparently, he traded millions of dollars of stocks prior to something else going on, and he was getting ready to go to this investors meeting. What was he going to talk about at this meeting? What was he going to reveal? We don't know yet, and we may find out, but that's our first news story. So now the question is to get down to the nitty gritty to find out what the real story is behind his slaying and who is up next. Who's going to replace him? Who's going to replace Brian Thompson as the CEO? And in other news, the drones, the UAPs, the UFOs, the sightings that have been going on since about the 2nd or 3rd of December. There's been rumored out on TikTok and other platforms that there's an alien invasion. Well, alien as far as what these things really are and where they are really from. But I don't think they are extraterrestrial in nature. They're just drones, and allegedly they're probably coming from either China or Russia because these drones have been spotted over the FBI agents' homes who are investigating the sighting. So that's a red flag right there. They have been seen over military bases. And they've been seen in Nevada near testing ranges. And in the UK has a national emergency going on right now. And it's rumored that the United States is sending nuclear weapons to the UK to house or station them there in case something pops off with Russia. So the UK is in a state of emergency, and ever since this has been going on over there with Russia and the UK and all of this back and forth missile tossing game, this is when these drones or UAPs or UFOs have been spotted. And most likely, we are being spied on. The FBI agents are being spied on. There's so much going on and happening all at once. But again, this has been ongoing for about 2 weeks now. And the thing is, even though it's being noted and being talked about on lamestream media, but what's really going on? The Pentagon is not making any announcements. They're not saying anything. They're not trying to toss or interfere or intervene or intercept these drones. And to my knowledge, if they do in some way or form, it could probably explode and kill and detonate, and then that would throw us even further into this WW3. So meanwhile, everybody's taking pictures, taking video, taking photos of all of these drone sightings and UAPs, but nobody in the government is really doing anything about it. But the news is keep reporting that we are not in fear or in danger of our lives. But how could they possibly say that? Because for one, you really don't know what they are made of, what the capabilities are, but we do know that it is AI ran and controlled. We do know that they are the size of cars, 10 feet in length. And then they hover in the skies and over the homes and over these areas for about an hour or so at a time. What are they looking for? What are they listening for? What are they tuning in? What's really happening? And if you watch TV and movies and like we all do, we know when the shit really does hit the fan, it's going to be too freaking late for us. We just going to FAFO, freak around and find out, and then it's going to be too late. That's my take on it. But they've been spotted in the UK, in England, and Nevada, and a whole lot in New Jersey. So everybody's wondering, okay, are these really alienated things? No, I don't think they're alienated. There's no invasion of the body snatchers or anything like that. Not yet. But we are experiencing something out of the ordinary that's going on right now. And we just have to stay tuned to see what exactly is going on, what's going to be reported in the mainstream news and independent media. And then I'll be sure to update you and stay tuned for any updates. But what is going on? Why aren't they intercepting these things? Why? Because they're afraid. They don't know what is going to happen if they did. And with the technology of these drones, I mean, somebody's looking at something and trying to figure out what the hell. But until something pops off, we don't know. In other news, earthquakes in California. Are they earthquakes? There was a 7.3 or 7.0 earthquake in California, and they put over almost 6 million people on alert for a possible tsunami. That didn't happen. Why? 7.3 earthquake. They expected it to disturb the ocean floor, so much so to cause tsunami-like waves. Nothing like this has ever happened before or been reported for a tsunami. And I know as long as I've been alive, I've been hearing for years on end that California is going to fall into the ocean and blah, blah, blah. Well, it didn't happen this time, but it seemed to be a close call to some. But was it really an earthquake? Was it man-made? My take on it is, and from the knowledge that I've gathered and seen, that this could have been a Russia/China thing too. It was weaponized. It was something that they sent off and detonated, and they anticipated this happening, but it was weak and it did not. So therefore, California is continuing to get aftershocks this morning, as early as this morning, and the tsunami warning expired within an hour or so of the warning being placed out there publicly, but nothing happened. And thank goodness. I have family in California and it's a beautiful place. But the earthquake struck west of Ferndale, which is Humboldt County, and approximately 130 miles from the Oregon border, which it was felt as far as the south of San Francisco. So this was a big deal, but thank goodness nothing to the magnitude that they were expecting happened. And The question here is, there's so much going on. So we have this questionable earthquake, or was it? Was it a real, was it an earthquake, or was this situation a man-made situation? And then we have these drones that's going on. And China and Russia allegedly is on top of all of this. So there's something going on. Today is the 6th of December. We still have about half a month to go, 3 more weeks to go before the end of the year, and a few more days before the inauguration of President-elect Trump going on. So every day there's something popping off, and we just don't know what to look forward to, how to prepare for whatever's going on. So the only thing I can suggest to you is to stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prayed up. And this is your news update from Real Talk Tea, and I'll see you next time.